Cheers, Morgan.
Yes, we've got Arctic air in place. A cold weather advisory is in place as well until noon. That means your wind chills in some spots can drop anywhere from -20 to -25 degrees. Air temperatures are also below zero. This is a look at those. We run anywhere from about 0 at Midway and in Joliet to as cold as 5 below zero in DeKalb. It's about -2 near the lakefront in Chicago, 1 below at O'Hare. You get the idea. Very cold. Your wind chills are in the teens for the most part below zero. As cold as -22 for the feels like in DeKalb. Feels like 14 below at the lakefront in the city and 15 below for the wind chill right now at O'Hare. We'll make it to about 10 degrees today with increasing clouds. Tomorrow's even colder. We're going to talk wind chills all day today and tomorrow here in just a couple of minutes. Brett? Start this morning. It is so cold, and it's going to be even colder come tomorrow morning. We have a cold weather advisory. It's the first one ever issued for our area. It's kind of a new alert that the Weather Service has put together. It replaces our old wind chill advisory. It means your feels like temperatures, your wind chills can fall as cold as 20 to 25 degrees below zero, and we'll see this again tomorrow morning issued. Here's a look at air temps this morning. We run anywhere from 0 to -5. Every single spot at or below zero this morning. Nobody is above it. 2 below at the lakefront right now, 1 below at O'Hare, and it's 0 at Midway. Coldest air temp is -5 in DeKalb and -4 in McHenry and in Aurora. Winds are up to 10 miles per hour. Not terrible, but obviously it's cold enough to create that wind chill dramatic when you get into any kind of a wind speed over 5. It feels like 23 degrees below zero right now in DeKalb. Feels like -17 now at the lakefront in Chicago. 19 below for the wind chill in Aurora. Feels like 18 below there in Waukegan, 15 below at O'Hare. You get the idea. Most of us running between about -15 and -25 right now. And by tomorrow morning, those could go as cold as about -30. Here is, I should say, your satellite. It's very quiet, mostly clear, will be mostly sunny. Increasing clouds this afternoon to a mostly cloudy sky with wind chills at their best point looking about like this. Still below zero. Single digits to teens below at the kind of warmest point of the day here today. Want to show you tomorrow morning wind chills. This is just one model, but it brings us anywhere from 25 to 30 below for feels like temps tomorrow morning. Air temps will also be even colder. Here are your best wind chills by tomorrow afternoon, teens below zero. 10 degrees for the air temp today. Increasing clouds, cold weather advisories in place until noon with winds picking up a little bit today as well. 6 below zero for the air temp tonight. And again, those wind chills right now, we have a cold weather advisory for tomorrow morning. Again, they may change that and issue a cold weather warning. We'll keep an eye on it. 5 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Some flurries, by the way, tonight. Back to the 20s on Wednesday. Back to you. Temperature this afternoon, and that kind of runs true this morning as well, where we sit nearly 20 degrees colder than normal. If you compare it to yesterday, we're also colder, 9-10 degrees colder for most of us, and as many as 18 degrees colder in Valparaiso this morning compared to yesterday. Every single spot is at or below zero for an air temp this morning. These are not wind chills. Your air temp is 2 below at the lakefront in the city. -1 for the air temperature at O'Hare, 0 at Midway. Coldest air temp, DeKalb, NIU at 5 below zero. -4 in places like Aurora and McHenry. Winds are up to 10 miles per hour. These will pick up to 15 today. Right now up to 10, and that brings your chill down to 23 degrees below zero in DeKalb. It feels like -12 in the city right now. Feels like 15 below at O'Hare. Wind chill in Bartlett and Waukegan, 18 degrees below zero. 19 below for the wind chill in Aurora. It is just brutal, and those will be worse tomorrow morning. Running in some spots as cold as -30 possible. As far as your sky conditions go, we are dry and quiet. We may see some flurries tonight, but that's about it. Mostly clear this morning. We should see a mostly sunny sky for at least the first half of the day, and then increased clouds as we get into your afternoon. Here's a look at air temps later today. Single digits to low double digits, running between about 7 and 12 degrees for our warmest air temps here today. With that will come a wind chill staying below zero all day. Here's tomorrow morning air temperatures, again, well below zero, so your wind chills will obviously be even worse. Those are only going to make it or I should say those are going to drop as low tomorrow morning as -25 to almost 30 in some spots. Okay, 10 degrees today, 5 degrees.